So we just left a gas station over in Moapa, cutting through Moapa Valley right now, which is basically a desert. You can see all that around us. And while we were there, fueling up, using the restroom, drinking water, hydrating, we went ahead and took out our hydration vest. You saw me putting that on. But I just kind of want to give you a first hand on how it feels and what it really does to help you while you're out riding in the desert. So first off, we had them soaking in the water. You got to let them soak. And between Ruthy's vest, my vest, and the 2 pairs of wrist wraps that we have, it soaked up about 3 quarts of water. Ruthy bought a gallon, and we had about a quart left. Maybe a little less than that, actually. So I refilled my Camel Pack and then drank the rest. But getting through a desert like this, you really do need to be prepared, and this is one of those things that you can do that'll prepare you. So the way that these vests works is when you have the water in them, the air that's flowing past your body is cooling you off by methods of evaporative cooling. So the little moisture that comes off is keeping you cool. Now it's hot out here. It's probably over 100 degrees now, and it's going to get up to 108 degrees today. So it's crucial that we maintain our core temperatures cool and that we hydrate by drinking water constantly. Like every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, take a sip of water. Take a sip of water. That's what's going to get you through this. Now, most people make the mistake of not keeping themselves cool by not covering their bodies. So that's one thing. Keep the sun off of you. By not hydrating constantly, that's 2. And then let your core temperature get too hot. People go into heat stroke, you get dehydrated, and really bad things can happen. So how do you prepare for riding through the desert? Like I said, have a hydration vest and hydrate properly, okay? And also, if you can, stop and take a break in the shade. With that said, if something happened and we were out here on the road, I brought an umbrella so that we can cover ourselves from the sun, because believe it or not, you fare a lot better in the shade, even with this heat, because it's a dry heat. You fare better in the shade than you do out just in the plain sun, okay? So the way that I feel with my vest on is kind of compared to earlier in the days that we were riding when we were kind of cutting through some rain over by Panquitch. It was warm, but the rain hit us, so it cooled us off. That's how my core feels right now. The wrist wraps are also keeping my wrists cool. Now, the purpose behind having the wrist wraps is there are areas where main arteries flow. So that we also have the neck cooling scarves that you absorb. They have these little gels that absorb water, and it keeps that evaporation flowing around your neck too. Alright, so that's pretty much how I feel. I'm going to let Ruthy go ahead and tell you how she feels.
So yeah, 100% agree to everything that Paul just said. My wrists do feel good. I squeeze them, and then I can get like a little bit extra of like coolness. My hydration vest feels really good. I don't feel hot at all. My legs feel hot, so anyone out there that makes hydration pants, please let us know. Right? But aside from that, my chest feels good. What I do is I lean forward a little bit just to get the air to circulate around me on my back, and then wow, that feels amazing. Because it just, holds me off back there. And then when I sit back down, I'm pressing that cool against my back. So just like a little double dip, if you will, right there. Yep. And then I do as well have that neck bandana that we did, soak. And so it's keeping me cool around my neck. I got my 2 wristbands on, and then my hydration vest. So I feel fine. I do fare a little bit better in the heat than Paul does.
Yep, that's true.
So everything I have on, I'm comfortable back here. I've got no complaints.
Can you get through the desert without having any incidents, like personally? Yeah, you can. So, you got your wrist wraps, you got your hydration vest, you got your water, then yeah, you can get to the desert. It's totally doable, but you got to be very prepared for it. This isn't something that you just go into it like, yeah, I think I can do it. No. Research beforehand what you need and what it takes to get through it, because this isn't just some leisurely ride. I mean, the desert, not to be morbid about it, but the desert kills people. Anything can, but especially here, you can have heat stroke, you know, dehydration, and that's going to put you in a bad place, especially if you're on a motorcycle. So with that said, when you're talking, you're also losing a lot of moisture. So deuces.